Hey there. So I just wanted to do another book review. This time I'm going to do The Doors of Perception by Aldous Huxley. This is kind of an older book. It's fairly popular still because The Doors, the band The Doors with Jim Morrison named their band after this, but it was originally published in 1954. It has to do with Huxley's experiences with psychedelic drugs, namely mescaline. I think he breaks into a few other psychedelic things like psilocybin, which is magic mushrooms. I'm not totally one for all that stuff. I'm not going to try and convince anyone, and I don't think this book is actually really very persuasive to begin with. I think he just talks about his experiences with it and elaborates on it and discusses some of the possible treatments with it. But my opinion really is what he's saying is for schizophrenia, it could be a possible treatment. This is in 1954, keep in mind. But I just think that could be a very bad idea for people with schizophrenia. So I have experiences with that myself. And I can't say it has been the most positive experience. I'm not totally into drugs or anything like that, but so Aldous Huxley kind of was at the time, and it was very popular, or I guess counterculture popular, apparently, supposedly. We don't know. It could have been like a media persona. But about the book, it is kind of written in like philosophical language, so it might confuse some people. So it's quite complex, not overly complex, not like Heidegger or something crazy. I mean, it's something like if you were reading Zizek or something like that, it would be comparable to that these days. So although it's not very persuasive to actually take drugs, there are some very fascinating things in this book. There are some fascinating facts from doctors that he brings up about kind of like collective consciousness and sort of the spiritual element of psychology and that sort of thing, which I found very, very great. And there were some parts of it that I was kind of looking for a long time, and I kind of felt, and he kind of clarifies that with some of the things that he says. So things I was looking to find quotes for. So you can use it as reference, although Huxley's not really a doctor or anything like that, although he is like an intellectual kind of thought leader, or was at the time, and this has been a very influential book to a lot of people over the years. And then this edition includes Heaven and Hell, which I haven't read yet, but I've read The Doors of Perception, and I can say it's a fairly decent read. I enjoyed it, and there were things about it that were very fascinating. It is kind of entertaining to read about his experiences on it. My personal opinion is like it's nice that someone has written about their experiences like this without me having to actually do it myself, because I think that could be a problem to do kind of things like that. My experiences with it are not so abundant, so very few experiences with this sort of thing. It's not something I'm like addicted to or want to really go do on the regular. So, but it's a very popular book, and still mainstream today. If you talk to people about it, they may have heard of it, relevance to the Doors and stuff like that, the band. So I do kind of recommend it in a way if you were into that sort of thing, like kind of precursor to the 60s and the kind of psychedelic movement and stuff in the 60s, which is interesting. And yeah, I can't say it's really a bad book, and mostly good, I would say. So yeah, check it out.